With that, who's coming up next is going to be an amazing, amazing inspiration for all of us in this room, and she's a phenomenal young woman. I'm very excited to introduce to you one of our distinguished alumni, who is the first Harlem Lacrosse participant to attend and play lacrosse at Brown University, which I know we have some Brown University folks in the room. So she's an inspirational leader and a phenomenal human. And with that, also one heck of a lacrosse player right here. Please welcome Mariama Kamara.
Go Bears! I'm sorry about that. All right, I hope those pictures up there are not terrible. All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Mary, short for Mariama, and I'm a freshman at Brown University. Go Bears again. I am a proud alumni of Harlem Lacrosse, and I am thrilled to be here tonight to share my journey with you all. To understand the full weight of my journey with Harlem Lacrosse, you first need to know a bit about who I am and where I came from. I moved to America when I was 9 years old. My birth parents made a decision for me to come to America and to have a better education. My birth parents thought that I would have a greater opportunity here in America. I say birth parents because when I came to America, they did not come here with me. I would need to be adopted. When I moved, I was a tiny girl suddenly facing a whole new environment. I didn't know a single person. I didn't know the language. I didn't even know what $1 would buy. When I first moved from Guinea, I cried every day, missing everyone and everything I knew, especially my family. My second year here in the US, I remember seeing my neighbor playing with something I've never seen before. It turned out to be a lacrosse stick, and this sparked curiosity in me about this new world. Every weekend when I would ask her what she was up to, she would tell me about another cool trip she was going on with this lacrosse team. So when I was old enough in the 6th grade, I joined the lacrosse team too. My first weeks of practice looked like khaki pants, a polo shirt, and a boys lacrosse stick in hand. Don't judge. I didn't know it was a boys lacrosse stick at the time. Learning how to cradle, scoop, and shoot was a challenge, but after a few weeks of practice, I got to go on my first trip. Before I knew it, I was making friends at my new school. A little by little, I was less focused on missing home and more focused on the possibilities ahead of me. For the first time, it felt like those better opportunities that my birth parents had talked about were coming to light. I was beginning to find a new sense of home. Over time, I got to know some of the alumni of the program when they would come back to visit. I saw the independent kids helping out with practices, and I knew I wanted to be them too. After seeing all the opportunities Harlem Lacrosse had to offer, I realized I wanted to go to boarding school. Lots of interview prep, essay writing, and visits to school. Later on, I got into Westminster School in Connecticut. My 4 years at Westy were filled with tough classes that pushed me to be my best. I played basketball and lacrosse and was also involved on campus in the John Haynes Committee and Flock, which was the school spirit squad. Boarding school taught me how to be independent and more responsible for myself. During the summers, I would come back to Harlem to be a part of the summer academy and compete for the Harlem national team. One of my favorite memories is going to Camp Cedar in Maine. I love being around all the other cities, competing on the field, and doing activities together like zip lining and water tubing. Being in a junior coaching role also made me want to give back to my community. I am eager to share my love for the game with the next group of girls coming up behind me at the Harlem Lacrosse. It is also a dream of mine to go back to Africa and teach people about the game of lacrosse. The medicine game is a powerful tool for bringing people together, just like it brought all of us here together tonight. The opportunity to attend a boarding school and the recruiting exposure from national team ultimately led to my post-secondary path and journey. My coaches were incredible working with me and my family to navigate my process. After lots of work applying to school, the day finally came where I got the big envelope. You all know what that big envelope meant. I was entered around. Everything my parents had wished for me is coming true. My first semester at Brown has been an adventure already. Between midterms and fall balls, I am loving the experience really much. From Guinea to Harlem to Simsbury and now to Providence, my idea of home has taken on a new meaning, and so the meaning of family. So, you see, sometimes leaving the life that you love the most could lead to amazing moments, opportunities, and even happiness. I guess that's what my mom and dad saw in their little girl. They knew that I would be strong enough to live in this country and make the best choices for myself. And who knows, maybe the next little girl who is learning to play lacrosse for the first time in Harlem will end up having a journey like mine. So, thank you for being here tonight to support student athletes like me at Harlem Lacrosse. Thank you, really.